What is up everybody and welcome back to another Among Us video, and in this video I'm going to be telling you about a secret space station map in Among Us that you should never play. So in Among Us, I'm sure you are aware about the 4 maps that are in the game, which are the Skeld, Mira HQ, Polis, and the airship map. But did you know that there's actually a 5th map in Among Us that only a few players have access to, which is called the space station? This map is currently bigger than the airship map, which many of you already know is the biggest map in the game right now. And in this video, I'm gonna be exploring this brand new secret map, but what ended up happening will shock all of you, so you won't wanna miss this. And before we get any further into this video, if you want me to explore other secret maps in Among Us, make sure that you hit that subscribe button with the bell icon turned on. That way you don't miss out on any of my new videos. And if you want to play on this space station map, make sure to leave a like down below. But now let's begin with today's story video. So today was another regular day of Among Us. It was late at night because I didn't want to go to sleep. So I got online and I joined a random lobby. And surprisingly, this lobby was very peaceful. Normally I met with chaos, but the people in this lobby weren't even talking. They were just standing there minding their own business. And I was just walking around waiting for crewmates to join. And when we finally had enough, we started the game. I was a crewmate and I spawned inside of the engine room. And I went over to the main hall to take out the trash, and then the meeting room to empty it. But then I began to hear the sounds of a portal coming from the vault. So I made my way over there and I began to look around. The lights randomly turned off, which scared me because I was expecting something to pop up, but there was nothing. But then I noticed this painting. Is the noise coming from here? This painting seems to be taking place in space, with some sort of planet and a spaceship. I wonder who made this painting and the story behind it. But then the noise became even louder and the painting began to grow in size. What is happening? So I walked forward and I walked inside the painting. Oh no, this can't be good. What is happening to my game? I'm being sent somewhere. I then appeared in a location that I'd never been before. Why is everything so big? And what type of map is this? There is big long hallways, and then there was some communication center with the computer. And on the other side we had a dummy who had a color that I've never seen before. It's peach. Could this be the space station that I saw in the painting? And when I walked through it, I made it inside. But how is that possible? I then entered a new location inside of the space station, and there was some sort of camera in the corner. I didn't know what it was, but I'd much rather not find out. As I made my way over to the other side, there was this large cannon, which was bigger than me. And when I went over to the other side, there was another one. As I went towards the left even more, I found another dummy. But then I began to realize that this was a massive reactor, way bigger than the one found on Skeld. This space station must be massive. Maybe the crewmates use it to travel across the galaxies, since it's so huge. I then made my way over to the right side of the reactor room, and there was this large table, which appears to be the steering wheel. There is no crewmate that has the ability to navigate this ship then. The table is bigger than me. I then made my way over to the top portion of the map and I could see more of these cameras, but they're starting to look more like cannons. There's a lot of security on this space station, but it makes sense. I was then walking on a very large hallway. It was so long that it feels like there's no ending. I then made it to another room, and this looks like some sort of coding room because we do have that large button where you type in the code, and this looks like some sort of capsule, but I'm not entirely sure. It must be used to help power the ship in some way. As I began to advance further into the space station, I was honestly getting lost. And then I found the vault, and inside there was a ruby that can be found inside of the airship map. There was also a bunch of tools in here, and another camera. Looks like the ruby was getting repairs. I then made it towards the bottom of the space station, and I was inside the medical room. We had a medbay scanner and a bunch of hospital beds. We also had a nurse in here, which is a dummy. And this medical center is way bigger than the other maps. I didn't expect it to be bigger than the one found on the airship map. And in this medical room, they even had a place where the crewmates could weigh themselves, which is always a bonus. bonus. Right next door we had the security room, and we had a few chairs and some computers, which is most likely used to communicate with the other crewmates on the ship. I then decided to check the cameras, and as I was looking around, this map was bigger than I expected. I already knew it was big, but not this big. There's a lot more that I need to explore. I left the security room and I made my way over to the laundry place, and there was a bunch of towels on the floor. Why are these crewmates so disorganized? I'm gonna have to pick up a few towels and clean up a little bit of the mess. Right next door we had the cafeteria, and there was 4 tables, and there were some magazines on top of them with some coffee cups. I honestly expected the cafeteria to be a lot bigger. The medical room was huge, but the cafeteria is only one room. This space station must be managed by a few crewmates then, or maybe they take breaks. In the other room we had the lounge, and there was 2 pool tables, and the crewmates must go here to waste a little bit of time. Space must get really boring after a while. I left the lounge and then entered this very long hallway, and I eventually found the restroom. Inside there was 3 toilets, and there was also 3 sinks. This must be the female restroom for the female crewmates, because right next door we had a single toilet and 2 urinals, and there was also 3 sinks. Once again, I left the restroom and I made my way over to the top portion of the map, because this is a location that I have yet to explore. I then entered a room with a few stairs, and I ended up going towards the bottom. This space station is like a maze. I somehow stumbled upon the library, which had 2 bookcases, but I'm honestly completely lost. I then went back where I came from, and I entered a room with a large computer and a few office chairs. Could this be the communication room? Or maybe the area that they destroy the asteroids. I advanced further into the map and I believe this is some sort of control room, because there was a massive logo on the floor, and on the bottom there was a bunch of advanced computers, and this room was so large. There were several office chairs everywhere and computers, but there was one thing that I began to notice. I have looked around basically the entire map, but I still have yet to find a crewmate. Where is everyone? I then began to search around the map again, and I was in desperation. Am I alone in this ship? There's no way I'm the only crewmate in here, because how else would the spaceship be controlled? Are the crewmates invisible, or are they hiding from me? As I was walking around the map, I began to get a system error, and flashes of red light appeared on my screen, almost as if the reactor went off, and the map began to shake. What is happening? The spaceship then crashed into an unknown planet, and I passed out. What happened? I then came out of the picture frame, and I was back on the airship map. What even happened? I was in the space station for a second, and now I'm back on the airship map, and my player was doing just fine. I survived the crash, but what happened to the space station? And where did he even land? If you would like to know what happened to the space station, let's see if we can get this video to 30,000 likes. I do also want to give a massive shout out to Kitty King for helping me produce this video. If you would like to help out a smaller creator, make sure to go check out his channel and subscribe to him. And if you're new to the channel and want to see more Among Us story videos, make sure that you hit that subscribe button with the bell icon turned on. And check out these other Among Us story videos that I found on my channel.